Yes, dear learner, welcome to lesson 12. In lesson 11, we looked at factors that influence vegetation distribution in Africa, whereby we looked at factors like climate, we looked at the altitude, we looked at government policy, types of soils, we looked at human activities, we also looked at the drainage or water supply of an area. Now in this lesson, we are going to look at the importance of vegetation to people and animals. Vegetation is very important to both people and the animals in the following ways. One, vegetation helps in rain formation. It helps in rain formation. Somebody can ask you, how does vegetation help in rain formation? In year P5, P4, P3 work, you looked at water cycle, whereby you were told that trees play a key role in a way that they transpire. In science, we talk about transpiration, where trees lose excess water into the atmosphere through their leaves. This is transpiration. And this water which they lose, when it reaches the atmosphere, it will condense and form rainfall. So this rainfall is important to people because people use it for growing crops, and it also promotes the growth of pasture. And we have very many animals that depend on pasture. So that's one of the importance of vegetation to animals and people. Two, vegetation is a habitat for animals. It is a habitat. It is a habitat for some animals. For example, we have wild animals which use vegetation as their natural homes. So without this vegetation, these wild animals are going to suffer so much. So they depend on vegetation as their homes. Vegetation is also a source of pasture. It is a source. Vegetation is a source of pasture for animals. There are some animals that depend on vegetation for pasture. They eat vegetation. Not all animals eat vegetation, but even those animals that feed on meat get this meat from animals that feed on vegetation. So when you go to savannah, where there is plenty of pasture, you will find that there are animals that feed on vegetation, but you will still get their lions. Why are those lions there? They are there because they are prey. The animals they feed on, they live in the savanna grassland. So vegetation is source of pasture for animals. Vegetation is source of building materials. It is a source of building materials. When you want to construct your house, you need timber. Some of us build these local huts. You also need grass. So these materials, you can get them from vegetation. Vegetation is also a source of fuel. I'm talking about wood fuel. It is source of wood fuel. It is source of wood fuel. Vegetation is source of wood fuel. For example, from vegetation you can get charcoal and firewood. You can get these ones from vegetation. So vegetation is source of wood fuel. In our homes or around our schools, on our school compound, we normally plant some trees. Even at home, these ones can act as wind breaks. They act as wind break. So it is also another importance of vegetation to animals and people. This one is more for people than for animals. It acts as wind break. Wind break. Because sometimes the wind comes when it is having a high speed, able to take away the roofs of houses. But when you have some trees in your compound, this one will break this strong wind from blowing off your roof, the roof of your house. So they act as wind break. Vegetation also controls the soil erosion. It also controls the soil erosion. Soil erosion is the washing away of topsoil from one place to another. But when you plant trees or when you plant any grass, this one can prevent erosion agents from taking away soil from one place to another. Then vegetation also provides raw materials for pulp and paper industries. It provides raw materials. It provides raw materials for pulp or for paper industries. These papers we use for writing. The raw material that is used for making these papers is vegetation. We get them from vegetation. So without the vegetation, we wouldn't be having papers for writing like this. So it is also a source of raw material for industries that make paper. Vegetation also helps in soil conservation, and this is closely related to the act of controlling soil erosion. My dear learner, these are some of them, because I know there are those obvious ones like providing herbal medicine for people, which you must also be aware of. These are the importance of vegetation to people and animals. See you in the next lesson.